Kia ora, I'm Amokura. I'm 16 years old. I go to Western Springs College and I'm here to learn more about health protection officers.
Helping to make New Zealand a safer place to be is Health Protection Officer Cameron Ormsby.
Kia ora, Amokura. My name's Cameron and I'm going to be taking you around for the day.
Part of a Health Protection Officer's job includes monitoring and removing potentially dangerous exotic mosquitoes from around New Zealand's ports. And today Cameron has taken Amokura to Ports of Auckland.
Okay, Amo, this looks like a good spot. What we're looking for is we're looking somewhere dark, lots of nooks and crannies where mozzies can hide and rest.
Yes.
So yeah, this looks like a perfect spot. So what we're going to do now is we're going to set up our adult trap and we're going to try and catch some mosquitoes. So yeah, here we go.
Sweet.
What I really enjoy about my job is that it's a great mixture of being out in the field and also back in the office. So it's that real application of science in a work sense. We monitor New Zealand's drinking water supplies, ensuring that they comply with the New Zealand drinking water standards. We do roles with commercial shellfish farmers, ensuring that their growing areas are up to specs. We do hazardous substance work when there's a big fire and there's risks to the public health from fumes going into their communities. We help mitigate that risk and deal with it. You finish the day and you look at what you've done and you've achieved your goal of protecting the health of a large number of people.
And after that, we'll rig up the battery.
Rig up the battery.
Yep.
What does that mean?
Basically, red to positive, black to negative. This mosquito trap has a little jar of liquid with a little wick on the end.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what we call octanol. It's a chemical formulation that's the same as bad cow's breath. So it basically, the mosquitoes smell bad cow's breath, really interested, and they come up to here and they get sucked down by the fan and into the trap. What's also happened is the lights come on. The mosquitoes are drawn to it, a bit like when you're camping and you flick on the outside light and all the bugs come up to it. So that's what we're trying to do here.
A trap set up earlier has captured some suspect mosquitoes.
Oh yeah, there's a couple. Okay, excellent. We have to chuck them in our vial for sending to the lab.
But before they head back to the lab, it's off to carry out some inspections on a farm. Here they must ensure that all pest control chemicals, such as the deadly cyanide, are stored away safely out of harm's way.
What we've got in here is actually quite dangerous. There's a lot of toxin can be stored in here at any one time, so it's really good to get some feedback on actually how to look after it.
The first thing we're going to look at with Stu is how he's storing his goods and how he has the appropriate signage for his goods. So you can clearly see Stu's got his poison stored here and he's got clear signage saying it's a toxic substance, it's a class 6, and that's brilliant. And he's got it on some other areas where he's storing his cyanide, so Stu, that's brilliant.
Having ensured that there is clear signage to alert the public, Cameron checks that all poisons are safely locked away, there's good ventilation in the container, and the correct paperwork is displayed. Out in the field, they check that the bait station is also set up correctly.
So we're looking primarily at how he's put the bait in a secluded spot and the public health risk is severely mitigated.
With no risk to the public, it's time to head out and ensure future baiting plans are safe for both native species and people.
I'd like to permanently bait this area of bush down below us here. It's got quite a few good conservation values. We've got Hochstetter frogs and Kari snails, and we also are beginning to gain birds from a few of the other parks around the area which have got control.
Are there many hunters or the public coming through these areas?
This is actually private land. It's so no, although there are quite a few pigs up here, so we are getting a lot of pig hunters, but I will be putting signs right around the outside of it so the pig hunters will know that toxin will be in there.
The people skills that you really need as a health protection officer are being able to problem solve is a key one, but also being able to interrelate with other people, because often you're having to work with other groups or organisations to, I guess, solve a common problem, and it's using your skills of persuasion and your people skills to really drive home the message of public health and get action.
Health protection officers also investigate environmental hazards that may contaminate food sources. Heading out to an oyster farm, Amo and Cameron are looking to spot any pollution sources running from the land into the oyster growing area.
Out here we're looking at a number of properties which border the river that feeds over the farm, and also a lot of farmland. So we're looking at areas where there may be things like failing septic tanks, where I guess pollution might come into the river, so that's what we're checking today. A good tool in public health is being able to map where pollution sources are. So if I give you this GPS tracker and you input the coordinates of these pollution sources so that we can look at them on a map, that'd be great.
Right.
Yeah, press that button and we'll know where we are and we'll be able to present it.
Farm animals are a potential source of pollution to nearby waterways, and Ammo enters the GPS coordinates, ensuring that they can pinpoint the exact location on a map.
It's not legal to, discharge pollution directly into a water body like this. So what we're really trying to do as public health staff, we're really trying to knuckle down on pollution sources before they become a problem. And it's great for New Zealand industry and it's great for the farmer in particular. And we'll take these back to the lab and we'll see what the results are like. Yep.
But first up, it's time for a feed.
Taste testing isn't a part of the job, Amor, but when you get the chance, take it.
A big part of the job takes place back at the office, analysing results from out in the field.
What we're going to do, Amor, is we're just going to look at some of the shellfish results. One thing that's really exciting about a health protection officer's job is you come into work and you're not 100% sure what you're going to end up doing that day, as things change from time to time. For example, you come in on a Monday and you're running off to the big swine flu event, and the next day there'll be a radiation event where someone will crash a truck carrying a radioactive substance, so no day is going to be the same. Yeah, growing waters are really good and the oysters are really good to eat, so yeah, should be a good harvest.
With the oysters given the all clear for public consumption, Ammo and Cameron take a closer look at the day's earlier catch.
So how do you know if it's a dangerous mosquito?
Well, different aspects of mosquitoes are unique to each individual mosquito. So we're looking at things like black or white stripes on the legs or on the proboscis, and also I guess how its abdomen's shaped and how its wings are shaped. And what you'll see there is there's a bit of black and white striping on it. It's one of those things that tells me initially it's a species native to New Zealand, but we'll still send it to the lab for the proper ID.
So, how did our student go?
I thought he went really well. He seems to have that real appreciation of public health and the broader concepts of health. He also got that real scientist's eye, so I saw a gleam as he was looking down the microscope, so I've got big hopes for him.
I really enjoyed the job, and I didn't even know anything about health protection officers, and I really enjoyed going out on the oyster barges.
To become a health protection officer, you need to have a Bachelor of Applied Science degree, which takes 3 years to complete. You can study for these qualifications at the Auckland University of Technology or Massey University. Alternatively, you can hold a graduate diploma in environmental health in addition to a bachelor's degree in a related field. Good subjects to study at school include English, maths, chemistry and biology.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.